What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go over the Sims Legacy Challenge rules, so I'll let you know concrete what rules I'll be following, what I decided to add in, because it can get a little dry sometimes. Sometimes we just need a little drama, and that's cool. So I'll let you guys know which ones I'll be following, which ones I don't care about, what I got as far as feedback, as far as mods go, and I will also be giving you a little more information about my machinima, so it'll kind of be a twofer. So let's start with the official rules. So blah 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 blah, excuse me, you begin a new game, you go to create a sim, your challenge begins in create a sim, you design your founder. Founder can be anything you want. You have to have the expansion pack Get to Work to become an alien. You could pick whatever aspiration you want for them and give them whatever traits you want. Pick out their gender, wardrobe, body shape, and color, and even incorporate any cast, custom content, or mods. The only two rules are that they must be of the young adult age, and they must be the only person in the household. Take extra care when giving them their last name. We've already done this. Our founder Sim's name is Chantel Sterling. She is a young adult, and I decided to randomize her traits. You're supposed to do this for your kids as they come, but I decided to randomize her traits as well, make it a little more spicy, because I pick the same ones all the time, every single time. And I may have pushed that randomize button a couple times, but they were random. So once you finish the founder, move it to an empty lot. Okay, 50 by 50 lot. We've already done this. After you get your lot, use a cheat to make your household balance $1,800 or $0, depending on if you're playing regular or extreme. We're doing it regular. If you have seasons, you can pick any season. If you're doing extreme start, you start in the winter. I chose spring because spring, summer, fall, all significantly better than winter. So we'll have time to get to that point. But I believe that I'm not sure if the settings change over, but I believe that I have it on long so that the seasons change every 14 sim days or something like that. That sounds long, but I think that's right. Okay. Ignoring the extreme start option. Doop, 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 doop. So then we're going to go to succession law. Okay. Oop. Okay. So, part of the challenge's design is that your founder will eventually die. If you care for them perfectly, the march of time and old age will eventually take them from you, but worry not, death is not a failure. When your founder dies, you need to determine who among their children will become the next heir, the leader of the family for the second generation. The title of heir has many important implications that will be explained as we go along. So basically, we have to pick a kid to be our heir up until we get to 10 generations. Their kids, pick another kid, pick another kid. We know how this goes. So we have to decide how we're playing as far as picking heirs go. We have to set rules. So gender law. The first component is gender. You must pick one of the following options. So, I'm starting off with a matriarchy. The founder must be female. Only girls are eligible to be named heir unless there are no female children. at which point boys become eligible for that generation. Or we can do strict matriarchy. Men cannot be the heir. What happens if they don't have any boys? Or what if they don't have any girls and you do strict matriarchy? Then you lose. You lose. So, it's a challenge for a reason. So I think that we're going to go with strict matriarchy. Because women empowerment, like I said before. I kind of wanted to do equality. The founder may be of either gender, both boys and girls are eligible, but I've already picked one. So it's at least matriarchy, I'm really not sure. I don't think I care too much, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's pick. I want to stick with girls. Strict matriarchy, there can be no boy heirs. Cool. Bloodline law. Second component is bloodline law. You must pick from one of these options. So this basically means, can the heir be, does it have to be your blood children? Can they be adopted? Can they be half children? I don't think that's an option. I think that I'm gonna do modern. Both naturally born and adopted children are eligible to be named heir. Because I don't really care. Most of the time I don't adopt, but since I've added a component of fertility into my game via a mod by Lampino. The relationship and pregnancy wellness now includes a fertility. I also have Wicked Whims that has fertility, but I don't really use that because I feel like they never are fertile. Realistic, but not. So we're going to do modern. Foster children. I also have the option to get a child via surrogate or whatever. Doesn't matter. However you have your offspring, they can be an heir as long as it's a girl. Heir law. Who of all your kids, 1 through however many you have, can become heir out of any of your girls? Will it be the oldest, the last born? The eligible child with the highest friendly relationship score with their previous generation's parent will be named heir. So whoever has a better relationship with their mom, basically. Child with the most fully completed aspirations. I don't play too hard with that, so that's a no. Firstborn eligible child becomes heir by default, but the title can be forcefully taken from them if any sibling beats them in a fight. That sibling may have their title taken or taken back if they lose a fight to another eligible sibling. That's too complicated. It would be interesting, but too complicated. Democracy. The rule may be used if you are displaying your legacy challenge in some public way, either via Let's Play, live stream, blog, or other format where people can leave comment. The heir is chosen by your viewers, readers, from among the pool of eligible heirs. I may do that. Let you guys pick. So let's say, for now, that it'll be a democracy. You guys get to pick who the heir will be of all of the born girls in the next generations to come. Let's go do that. Species law. Heirs must alternate between human and alien. Heirs can't be a different species. I don't care. They could be an alien, a human, spellcaster, mermaid. What else? I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, I don't care about that. Next. Gameplay rules. No cheats or mods that will give you an advantage. So things that alter money. I won't be cheating to add money or anything like that. And then they could argue that it could be argued that mods that give you different jobs and things like that. Like, for instance, I have a sugar baby mod. I did a rags to riches. I didn't want her to have a real job, but she could be a sugar baby because that's not a real job. And she was getting paid pretty quickly, so she was able to buy a better house pretty quickly. And you can have multiple sugar babies, and you can do that all day, every day, you know? That could be argued to be an unfair advantage. I asked you guys what you thought on my mods, and you said mod it up. So we'll try to keep it at a minimum, but like, if they decide, you know, I want to do something strange for some change, I'm not gonna stop them, you know. Sometimes things pop in my head, so. But things like mods that have clothes, CC clothes, you having CC clothes doesn't make you or break you as far as your money goes. No restarting after bad events. If they get fired, burn down the house. If you don't have any girls, you can't restart the game. From before that point, you have to just let it be how it's going to be. That's fine. You may not move or merge in any other Sims into the Legacy family, with the exception Sims that will aid in bringing in the next generation, aka the spouse. See the spouse section for details. As of the latest rule change, you can bring in more than one spouse. You may have non-heir family members leave the Legacy family, but once they are gone, they may not be moved back in. In short, you cannot move anybody into the lot unless you're married. You can get divorced and move in another spouse if you get remarried. You, yourself, and the family can move out, but if you move out, you cannot be the heir. The heir, the founder, matriarch, has to stay on that 50 by 50 lot that we picked. Basically. So yeah, we're keeping that. Must remain on the same lot for the duration. Yep. And rooms may be imported into the house from the exchange as long as the family pays full price for the construction and items contained within. They are free and encouraged to develop their house, but they may not move into a new house. I'm not sure if they mean from the gallery, but I'm not going to be paying attention to that rule because I can't build cute houses like that. So I may get a shell of a house, but I'm gonna make sure that I can afford it. So yeah, but I will not be moving them off that land. That is their land for generations to come. A sim may utilize an anti-aging spell once in their life. Okay, fine. Any cheats that freeze aging or lengthen or shorten lifespan times may not be used. Sims lifespans must be set to normal in the gameplay menu. I will do that. I'm not sure what I have it set as, but I will do that. And then I'll let you know what those time spans are. You may not change a Sim's current aspiration. The exception is when they fully complete it. Who cares? You may not bring a Sim back from the dead once the Reaper has taken them. You may plead with the Reaper. You may not move or marry out the Sim who currently holds the title of heir. All of the other children in that generation, known as spares, may move or marry out. Once a Sim moves out, they're ineligible to be heir. Even if conditions change, that might make them the rightful heir. You can only be heir living on the lot. When playing a legacy challenge, your legacy family is the only one you may play. So I cannot play as any NPCs. Okay. You may use the new cast story mode to make your founder, but you don't have to. This is purely up to individual preferences. Uh, You are allowed to follow them to their job. You may start with an alien or vampire founder and have an alien vampire heir if you start with a vampire founder. Keep in mind that vampires are immortal. It is up to you to decide what to do with the older generations. You can be as sinister as you wish with that. Wishing well can be used once per sim in their lifetime. Cool. Uh, okay, the city native aspiration. That means that they want to live everywhere. You can change that. Any sim in the household can be set as a toddler's caretaker. All objects added with the toddler update are legacy legal. You do not need to roll for lot traits. You may pick and choose those as you wish. You can change them at any time. I did that. You do not need to roll for any upbringing traits. You may adopt pets, but you can only have 8 Sims in a household at a time unless you cheat. I think I cheated to say that it could be 10, but I probably wouldn't because it gets chaotic, and cats and dogs count as family members. Seasons, blah blah blah. Can create as many holidays. Sims can have children with Father Winter and do not need to marry him into the family. Money tree aspiration reward is too powerful due to the ability to get a large amount of simoleons. Can't have a money tree. And this stuff I feel like I'm not going to worry about until we get to that because it's too much. Spouses may not bring in any money with them when they move or marry into the family. That was the rule that I was mixing up. If they have 20K, when they meet you, they have nothing. When they marry you, they have nothing. When they move in, they cannot bring that 20K with them. So the money doesn't change. Restriction on the number of Sims moving into the legacy family has been lifted. You may now move in as many Sims as you wish, as long as none of them brings in any money. You may have spares get married if you so desire and create cadet branches within the household. The first spouse who was brought into the household specifically to partner with their heir is known as the primary spouse. You may only have one primary spouse per generation, but may move in any number of secondary spouses. You are able to have same gender couples. There is no rule preventing this. And then there was something about townies, random generation of townies stops at a certain point, which would leave like the dating pool, barren. So you can type in legacy loves in the gallery to add families to your world to become spouses. You can even add your own. Just make one or more Sims and cast. You can't do pre-played or pre-made Sims. They have to be made for this. And you can't write what the traits are because you can't pick and choose. So that's a thing. You may introduce family and children into your family via pregnancy or adoption. We already did bloodline. We're not going to spend too much time on this. You must roll for their toddler trait or use the aspiration roller. You are allowed to use fruit and or music to influence gender. I probably won't. I don't think it works. They say it does. The addition of toddlers should not change the flow of your legacy families. You just have a new age to deal with. Ghosts, I don't really deal with them. And then scoring, we can do at the end. It's not relevant now. So, along with those rules, my rules, as far as this legacy challenge goes, I will be using my mods. I have, like I said, relationship and pregnancy overhaul that deals with divorce, child support, custodies, things like that, separations. It now deals with fertility, STDs, your wishes on wanting kids and everything. You can meet people that don't want no kids, and now it's gonna wreck you because you having them. You know, you can ask your kids, do you want siblings? They can tell you yes or no. Like, bring some depth into the game. I will be using that. Can't stop me from using that ever. It's the best mod. MC Command. Certain things I do just to make my game more realistic. I'm not going to go through those settings too much. But like I said, I'm going to try to keep the cheats and mods to a minimum to keep it fair. Sugar Baby mod, I'm going to use it. The UI cheats I won't use. So I will not, well, I actually didn't read that I couldn't use it. But that would be like me cheating to make sure, like if they have to pee, but they're not near a bathroom, I can just relieve their bladder and they don't have to go to the bathroom. It doesn't say that I can't use that, but I will try to use it less to make it a challenge. I have some CC. I use it, and like I said, it's too much to keep up with, so I don't use a lot of it. Builds, gallery, I do use. I'm not a builder like that. No one's really standing out to me right now. I have realistic birth. That doesn't hurt anyone. Just makes it more interesting to watch. So we're gonna get into this let's play again in our next video. Like I said before, I am also working on a machinima, so I'll have two series going, the let's play and then the machinima. You'll just watch it like it's a TV show, and it'll be totally different family that has nothing to do with the legacy challenge, and it's a standalone show. So I'm hoping that maybe I could do my Twitch streaming let's play and then, you know, upload a machinima episode of season 1, you know, the same day or later in the week to watch, you know, later on. And I'll let you guys have insight into that as well. And I think I'm going to do a separate video so that you could get to know the characters. But it is still a work in progress. I am hoping to have video 1, episode 1, season 1, episode 1 up ASAP. I'm going to be working on that all week. So I think that is all. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions. But for the most part, we're going to hop right back into the let's play. Make sure all of those rules are in place next week. Thank you for tuning into my channel, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, share on all platforms. And see you next week. Bye.